Welcome everyone to the Digital Innovation Pavilion. I'm Domenico Vito, Associate Director of the Metabolism Cities Living Lab. Today we have an event about the use of AI and citizen science for fostering and localize the SDGs. So we are back here at COP29. After 1 year, we had a similar event also in COP28, where we presented several initiatives that as metabolism of cities we do for foster localization of SDGs. But without further ado, because I know that we are a little bit late, sorry for that, I will give the floor to Dr. Gabriela Fernandez, Director of the Metabolism of Cities Living Lab at the San Diego State University. So Dr. Fernandez, the floor to you to introduce the Metabolism of Cities Living Lab.
Thank you very much. I will now share my screen. I think I can hear myself twice. Is that better? Okay, I think that is better now. Okay. Okay, great. Can you all see my screen? All right. All right, so I will go ahead. Can you hear me, Dr. Vito? I just want to make sure. Can everyone hear me?
You can say it again to the phone.
Yes, please.
Okay. So I will go ahead and start. All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Gabriela Fernandez. Today, we will be discussing a little bit of what the work of Metabolism of Cities Living Lab has been here at San Diego State University. We're located in San Diego, California, Southern California part. And today, we are going to discuss a bit of AI and citizen science data, fostering the localization of the SDGs. We will have a few different interesting researchers present their work, what they have been doing for the past couple months. We'll have Dipsy Lunu, Lokesh Kank, Alice Wilshire, Siddharth Suresh Babu, who are students at San Diego State University. Some of the students are master students in the big data analytics, while other students are master students from the Department of Homeland Security. So we will hear several different aspects from social, environmental, and economic aspects. And just to talk a little bit about the work that we do, I'm director of the Metabolism of Cities Living Lab, along with Dr. Domenico Vito, who's joining us at COP29. We work on topics related to vulnerable communities, the advocating of the UN Sustainable Development Goals. We work on different aspects related to spatial planning, microplastics and marine litter, this concept of urban metabolism to view the city as a living organism, and also this area of big data analytics and vulnerable communities on the concept of One Health. And Dr. Vito, who is joining us there, also has worked on several different areas regarding the SDGs and vulnerable communities. Here's a little bit of our office at San Diego State University. We're a part of the San Diego State University Sustainability Ecosystem Map. We work closely with master's students in big data analytics at San Diego State University, as well as other different departments across campus. Here's some images of our campus located in Southern California, and always advocating for the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The idea is not only to help local governments achieve the global goals, but also making sure that we promote more equitable, inclusive, and resilient societies through the use of big data. And so just to give a little bit of an overview, we focused on the past on several different activities, looking at the SDGs in action through working closely with students as they work with different types of vulnerable groups across San Diego County and different places around the world. We worked on aspects of citizen science and big data. We created different types of technologies in order to help different types of vulnerable groups across the world. Additionally, we've developed several different MOUs. More recently, we started one with Italy, with a hospital in Italy, with the Milan Innovation District. And for the past couple years, we participated and shared our work in several different international events, creating the One Health International Conference for the past couple years. Additionally, participating at the COP with the Innovation Digital Pavilion for the past years, and also creating the tracking dashboard in order to identify different hotspots across San Diego County, and now more recently creating an interactive dashboard on the side of Mexico. We're located in different areas around the world, as you can see in our map. We work on several different data-oriented solutions, from looking at data analysis, data processing, data sharing, and knowledge creation, but always working on underrepresented communities, identifying hotspot areas across different areas around the world, developing different types of technologies. In this case, we work closely with children in Chula Vista, which is a city, the second largest city in in the county of San Diego. And we've had our students work on different types of projects related to different vulnerable areas across San Diego County in the past. And as more recent, we created our memorandum of understanding with the Milan Innovation District on this topic of One Health, to create balance between man, human, and nature. And more recently, we created an inauguration ceremony in Milan, Italy. And here you can see a couple of our shots of our inauguration event that took place on October 30th. Also, the One Health International Conference that took place in Greece, Athens, this October, to showcase the different activities on how to bring more peace and harmony to this balance of man, humans, and nature. Additionally, it's not only about looking at art and looking at data, but also creating awareness and advocating through different aspects of what the SDGs are. This is an exhibition that we held last year at San Diego State University. And also, additionally, our most recent project is the Chiara project, which is a combination of the economy of Francesco and inspired by Laudato Si, which is creating, again, focusing on this aspect of One Health, human, environmental, and animals. And this is a collaboration between the Universidad Autónoma de Baja California in Mexico, additionally, the Universidad Simón Bolívar in Cúcuta, Colombia. We also have partners in Venezuela and in the US. And so the idea here, the Chiara project, we want to inaugurate it at this COP. This focuses on the different injustices that women are facing across the US-Mexico border. And we hope to showcase our work next year, again, at the COP, as well as the One Health International Conference. Here's some of our different activities in Colombia, Cúcuta, to find out what are the main issues that are happening in the border in Cúcuta, Colombia. And I just want to end it there. I want to start with our next presenters. We can start it off. With our first student who will be presenting, which will be Dipsy. Dipsy, if you would like to share your screen and share a little bit of the work and activities that you are doing. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Gabriel. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Let me try one more time. I think I need to rejoin. My system is
Okay, no problem.
Press the present button.
Yeah, I'll rejoin just.
Okay, so we can move on to Lokesh. Lokesh, are you there? Lokesh, are you there? We cannot hear you.
Hello. So, can you?
Yes, we
hear
can
me?
hear you. Yes, please go ahead and start whenever you're ready, and also show your video.
Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes, it says project, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, just a minute. Yeah, so PDF from computer. Yeah, so yeah, hi everyone. My name is Lokesh. I'm currently a researcher here at Metabolism
We
of
cannot
Cities.
see you, Lokesh.
Yeah, I have a webcam problem currently, but can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but we cannot see you. But okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so cool. So yeah, about me, I'm currently a researcher here at Metabolism of Cities Living Lab, currently working on a project which involves AI for farming. So let's directly dive into the project that I'm currently working. So so we are currently here in the lab where the aim is to build a community-centered AI-driven climate adaptation and education platform for farming in Central Africa. So basically, in Central Africa, climate change, has a severe impact on food security, which disrupts traditional farming practices that are vital to indigenous communities. And according to FAO reports that Africa would experience yield reduction of up to 50%, and crop revenue can be impacted much by 90% by 2100 due to the climate change. So this is a huge claim by FAO, and which could impact farming in Central Africa. So our project aims to build AI-driven educational platform which could educate indigenous farming communities to enhance climate adaptation strategies by getting real-time insights and by integrating AI analytics. So introduction about the project is mainly it's an AI-driven initiative that designs to empower indigenous farming communities in Central Africa by integrating model data, climate, like taking data from satellite or land data or the soil data, and integrating those data into a platform, and then that platform creates a real-time insights for the indigenous community. So the overall goal is to reach and to enhance the community and increase their resilience against climate change, especially in the region where food security is increasingly threatened. Uh, Basically, the AI is rooted in a Ga word that is Ahi, which is actually a local language spoken by people in Ghana. Its meaning community. So this project proposes the development of AI-based platform that delivers predictive insights about planting and harvesting times by analyzing a different kind of imaginary data or local climate data and traditional farming knowledges. Uh, seen, so we are also taking into consideration while building this platform. We are trying to preserve cultural heritage, by incorporating indigenous storytelling, trying to make it more local, and so that it could reach to the mass community. So methodologies that we are currently using is AI and machine learning. We're trying to integrate open source technologies so that we make it more cost effective and easy to use to everyone. We also using different technologies, like trying to integrate data integration with building different pipelines which can integrate and aggregate real-time satellite data with indigenous knowledge of farming techniques. Some aspect of content delivery in local language, so that it could deliver through SMS, radios, and mobile platforms. Uh, so filling the gap in the climate change adaptation, this actually means when this project act as a significant gap reducer in a space of climate adaptation, by addressing specific needs of indigenous community who are often left behind by large-scale technological solutions due to linguistic, cultural, or economic barriers. So this project really offers a tailored, personalized, and localized solution to bridge modern technology and traditional knowledge. So we are making this open source and AI-driven tool accessible through commonly used platforms like SMS and radio, and integrating cultural storytelling. This project ensures that modern climate adaptation strategies are understandable and relatable to effective to local communities, basically. So yeah, so this is about the project, and yeah, we're excited to work on this, and thank you for this.
Thank you very much, Lokesh. I think Dipsy, you're now back. If you want to go ahead and share your screen whenever you're ready.
Yes, sorry about that. Let me
Right.
share my screen. Can you see my screen now? I think you should be able to see my screen. I can't hear you.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. Hi everyone. Thanks for being here today. Today I'm excited to introduce you to Trash to Treasure, an educational platform we created to tackle the growing issue of marine pollution. So the goal is simple. It's to educate and raise awareness. And through this project, we are using technology and citizen engagement to make an actual impact on the environment. So a little bit about me. My name is Dipsy, and I'm currently pursuing my master's in big data analytics at SDSU. I'm also a part of Metabolism of Cities Living Lab at the Human Dynamics in Mobile Center. I'm really passionate about using data and technology to help solve environmental issues. Outside of my studies, I love taking photos, exploring beaches, new places, and playing different sports. So, the main problem, plastic pollution. Plastic pollution is one of the most pressing environmental challenges of our time. We encounter plastic in many forms, from single use packaging to microplastic fibers in our clothing. Plastic production has dramatically increased, leading to up to like trillions of plastic pieces in the oceans today. Every year, billions of pounds of plastic enter the oceans. And the sad part is 80% of marine debris is plastic, which is affecting ecosystems globally. This is a crisis that affects all oceans, and no place is untouched by plastic debris. The scale of ocean plastic pollution is just mind blowing. For instance, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is the largest accumulation of plastic in the world. It's twice the size of Texas, and 80% of its mass is larger plastic, which breaks into microplastics that is like tiny but equally harmful. This doesn't just look bad, it is hurting the wildlife too. Many marine animals, from fish to sea turtles, are ingesting plastic or getting tangled in it. Every year, fish alone consumes up to 24,000 tons of plastic. It's a crisis that impacts every part of the ocean. So, to help tackle this growing issue, we have developed this Trash to Treasure bot. This bot is designed to raise awareness, provide insights into waste management, and promote sustainable behaviors. Let me show how it works. So, what exactly does this bot do? First, it provides information on different types of trash we encounter and guides people like how to dispose it. It also shares real-time updates on beach cleanup events, making it easier for people to get involved and make a difference. And beyond that, the bot educates users on sustainable practices and importance of marine protection. The best part, it combines technology with citizen science to help fight marine pollution. Here are a few of the screenshots of the bot in action. As you can see, the bot responds with helpful information on various types of trash and like their environmental impact and tips on proper disposal. It also provides data on upcoming events around you and encourages users to get involved in their communities. Um, since the launch of Trash to Treasure project, we have already seen some incredible results. Over 156 kilograms of trash has been collected. We have organized more than five impactful cleanup events. We have published more than six research papers on the impact of marine pollution. um, Additionally, more than 110 volunteers have participated, contributing to data collection and environmental change. So, looking ahead, we are aiming even higher for our project. We will continue to expand chatbots knowledge base with more data on trash types, disposal methods, marine pollution stats. We aim to partner with organizations to organize large scale cleanup events. In the future, we are also planning to create a tool to visualize the collected data and track patterns. Plus, we will create educational materials like guides, videos, and toolkits to raise awareness and encourage more people to get involved. Uh, Thank you all for your time. I hope Trash to Treasure has inspired you to think more about marine pollution and how we can make a difference. If you are interested in learning more or getting involved, check out our website. I am happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you very much, Dipsy. We will wait for the questions at the end of the event. We will move on to Alice. Whenever you're ready, the floor is yours.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you and see your screen.
Okay,
You're ready.
awesome. Hello, everybody. My name is Alicia Wilshire, and today I am honored to present my survey entitled U.S.-Mexico Border Surveillance Studies, Community Views on Border Technologies and AI. This project has been possible through the support of different institutions, such as San Diego State Metabolism of Cities Living Labs, and the Center for Human Dynamics in the Mobile Age. But before tackling the topic in itself, I would like to just present the agenda for today. I would like to start with a little introduction about myself, the backstory of what I have collected through my research, snapshots of the problem, my research itself, and then additionally the takeaways and the sources that I've used. So as mentioned,
Can you increase the screen size, full screen? As of now, we just see it in PowerPoint mode.
oh, I've done it, I guess.
Thank you.
What about this way?
We
Is it
still
still the same?
see it in PowerPoint mode. Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. I might do it another way. That's weird because I thought
It's okay. If you cannot, it's fine for now. Just to keep going.
I might do it this way. Can you, what about your screen? Is it still the same?
You're not sharing your screen. No, Dr. Vito, we cannot hear you.
And, what about now?
Yeah, we see the PowerPoint in not full screen though.
What about now? I put it full screen.
No.
Does social okay?
That's okay. You can just continue. I think this is what we can do for now.
Okay. Sorry for that. I see it in total screen, so that's a little bit weird. But just an introduction. I was born and raised in Torino, Italy. I moved to San Diego, California for educational purposes. I earned my bachelor's in international conflict resolution with an emphasis on security and environment. And then later on, I decided that I would like to proceed academia. So I went back to school, and now I'm in the process of gaining my Master's of Science in Homeland Security with cyber warfare, with an emphasis on cybersecurity and cyber warfare. Additionally, I've been very thankful for having this opportunity as being a researcher for metabolisms of cities living labs. And yeah, like, let's enter the topic in itself. When researching this topic, like a little backstory regarding it is that I found that AI, artificial intelligence, has only been recently adopted by the U.S. Border Patrol. Them with other government agencies in Homeland Security have declared that efforts that are underway are active in incorporating current and future innovations, including autonomous capabilities to detect and identify threats in near real time. The shift marks a transition from reliance on human resources to advanced systems leveraging data from sensors, towers, and drones. With the human element still remaining part of the process, it does play, as of right now, a supporting role. And according to the U.S. Border Patrol, the approach aims to support mission-critical decisions, both in the field and in headquarters. There are existing technologies such as remote surveillance systems, integrated fixed towers, and automating license plate readers. They're already widespread use, as you can see on the image on the top right. These technologies are especially used in Arizona and Southern California. While the new ones, meanwhile, the new AI-enabled ones, indicated with the blue question mark, that is either blue or purple, how you see it, are going to be particularly implemented in areas such as New Mexico, Southern California, Eastern Southern California, and Texas. And these locations are, this map in general has been released by the Customs and Border Patrol and has just been recently updated. So this is the situation as of right now, the current ones that are existing and the future ones. As mentioned, the new wave of technology will incorporate various AI capabilities, with machine learning being one of them. And a notable example of this is on the bottom left, the integrated surveillance towers, especially utilized in Arizona. And that's pretty much how they look like. And before diving into the broader implications of AI, there needs to be definition of the difference between AI and machine learning. With the term artificial intelligence, we're talking about the overreaching field of computer science that focuses on creating a system that can perform tasks typically requiring human intelligence. On the other side, machine learning is a subset of AI in which the algorithms identify patterns, make predictions, and enhances decision making. And it serves as a driving force in modern AI applications. Another point that I would like to make is always looking at that map. There are currently 290 custom and border protection surveillance towers, and in the near future, depending on whoever takes control of customs and borders, this is either going to be upped or minimized or decreased. As mentioned earlier, the integration of artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies at border surveillance have caused are underway and are expected to grow even more over time. However, there are growing concerns about this trend, and in my research, I found that many scholars and human rights activists are especially worried regarding the threat that these technologies may cause, such as a lot of them declare that they may lead to the storage collection.
Alice,
Storage,
can you hear us?
yes.
Okay, you've been on slide 1. I've been trying to communicate over the chat that you've been on slide 1 the entire time. But it's okay. I think if you can just start from the actual slide 4, it could be fine.
Can you see it like this?
Yes.
I had
Go
it
ahead.
in, okay, sorry
Please
for
go.
that. But yes, a little bit of the backstory. You could hear me, but you couldn't see me. But the top map is a beautiful map because it showcases the 290 Custom and Border Patrol surveillance towers that are currently located around the border. And additionally, if you look a little bit closer, especially in the area of New Mexico, you can see the question marks that are either purple or blue, and those showcase the next ones that are going to be implemented, and most prominently, they're probably going to have AI included in them. So when looking at the bigger picture, with the introduction of AI being introduced in surveillance cameras, a lot of human rights advocates and researchers find it distressing that this is being implemented, especially because a lot of them declare that there might be threats to privacy, non-discrimination, and other human rights. And additionally, they even declare that there are challenges with the reliability and accuracy regarding the introduction of AI, the lack of regulations and oversight, and most importantly to my study is the impact on border communities. Now, looking into my research, always keeping in mind this last point that I made, many individuals in these areas feel constantly surveilled and criminalized, and this can affect their overall quality of life and their trust in authorities. We even have psychological effects that are caused by living under this constant surveillance, and that is stress, anxiety, and the feeling of being scrutinized. And additionally, residents may experience a sense of alienation as they feel their communities are no longer places of belonging. This feeling is compounded by the growing perception that all individuals living near borders are potentially suspects, leading residents to feel alienated and distressed, and additionally even criminalized. And this is where my survey comes into effect, and that's pretty much what I would like to analyze. The main task of the U.S.-Mexico border surveillance study is to explore community perceptions of these implementations of AI. And furthermore, the study will investigate the broader effects of these technologies that have on everyday lives, of residents at border communities, specifically both US and Mexico. And a little takeaway, and I'm very sorry that my slides have not worked, but as we embrace new technological advances, it's important to recognize that many communities, including those among border towns, face marginalized effects. And this can be seen in different ways. economic disparities, gaps in healthcare and education, environmental issues, social and political exclusion. But the most important one, empowerment, in my study is the constant surveillance and the erosion of trust in civil liberties. My research aligns with broader philosophies, such as the one of the Sustainable Development Goals released by the UN, especially the principle of leave no one behind. It is designed to uphold this belief by amplifying the voices of marginalized communities. Through this work, I would love to provide these communities with the opportunity to participate in the decision-making process as of right now or in the near future or in the future, and contribute to the sustainable development of it. Ultimately, I hope my findings can promote equity, inclusion, and resilience, fostering localized solutions that address the unique challenges that are faced by underserved and vulnerable populations. Thank you so much for your time. I'm sorry again for the slides, but these are the sources that are utilized in my study. And if you'd like to take my survey, I would really be appreciative of that. And give me more ideas. And I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Alice. We will move on to our last presenter, Siddharth, whenever you're ready.
Hear me now. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. If you want to share your screen.
Can you? I think is it sharing? Yeah.
Yes, go ahead whenever you're ready.
Yeah. So hello everyone. My name is Siddharth, and today I would like to present the paper we have been working on. It's analyzing the pandemic pulse in COVID-19 on COVID-19 in Italy. Just a little bit about me. I graduated recently with a master's degree in big data analytics from San Diego State University. Since graduating, I have been working with Dr. Gabriella and Dr. Domenico Vito at the Metabolism of Cities Living Lab on a couple of different papers for a couple of different conferences. So coming to the presentation, the main aim or the idea behind the paper is to develop a framework to evaluate or measure the effectiveness of public health policies, taking the most recent, most impactful COVID-19 pandemic from the recent history. Well, we all remember it was in March of 2020 that almost everywhere in the world, because of the COVID-19, all the governments in the world started enforcing lockdowns. This was this was mostly Italy was mostly highly impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic early on. We collected data all across Italy, mainly the 10 cities in Italy from after phase 3, that is from August of 2020 to June of 2021. We focused on these 10 different cities spread across North, South, and the central regions. The methodology or the techniques that we used are after collecting the data comes mostly from Twitter. We've collected tweets from August to June of phase 3 during the COVID-19 pandemic, and we established all the public health policies that were enforced and created a policy timeline. With all these two different, let's say, data sets in hand, we performed 3 different analysis: topic modeling, sentiment analysis, and emotion recognition, using a tweet NLP transformer model. Well, a little bit about the data to show you how the data is distributed and what kind of tweets we have been collecting. Data pre-processing, we employed standard text analytics cleaning procedures. In the first phase of data pre-processing, in the second phase of data pre-processing, we we did something new, wherein we converted emojis into text using the tweet NLP transformer model to have the contextual information from emojis as well. Coming to our analysis, we have the three different techniques. From topic modeling, we found that most of the topics, the conversation or the discourse on Twitter could be condensed down into 20 key themes. Most were centered around healthcare, COVID-19 statistics, restrictions and regulations enforced during the lockdown. And this is now to present the top keywords from the 20 different topics. We see a lot of conversation or discourse about skepticism and conspiracy theories, and more about COVID-19 statistics, vaccines, treatments. And coming to sentiment analysis, we employed 4 different techniques, and we found that almost about 500 of the 500,000 tweets we collected we found close to 500 tweets that were unanimously positive. And some of the positive tweets, keywords we pulled from the tweets were about, let's say, hope, news, joy, happiness. People were mostly talking, given that it was the phase 3 of the pandemic, people were talking more about the vaccination enrollment enforcement and how it could probably turn life back around to pre-COVID times. And some of the negative keywords were, well, people were fed up with masks. They were sick of quarantining, the news, and just other online discourse that you find on Twitter. Coming to the framework, how we try to measure the effectiveness of the public health policies is we do sentiment analysis and establish a sentiment score for each of the tweets. And with that, in collecting all the sentiment scores from August 2020 to June of 2021 for all of the tweets, we compared that with the policy timeline that we came up with. And this is one of the interesting time period we found from January 2021 to February 2021. We can see 5 different highlighted time periods. The first is 6th of January. That is when the European medicine agencies approve the Moderna vaccine for use in EU. So from January 6th, we see there is an uptick in the sentiment or the general public mood. On January 7th, this is in Italy, not for all of Europe. So on January 7th, the Italian government extended restrictions and curfews. So from January 7th, we do see the general mood or the sentiments of the users on Twitter correlate to the expected reaction from the COVID-19 restrictions. And the third date, that is 13th of June, Italian government extends state of emergency until April 30 due to the pandemic's persistence. This news, we perceive it to be as bad news because nobody really enjoys restrictions and state of emergency. This takes a while for it to be reflected in the discourse on Twitter. We don't see an immediate downtrend, but there is a huge, the biggest downtrend in the entire graph for this news, for this policy enforcement. On January 17th, the Italian government enforced new color-coded restrictions, yellow, orange, red, based on the severity of the COVID-19 pandemic, and opened up a few places. a few regions. On January 17th, that is the fourth date, we see an uptick in the mood, probably due to bigger cities like Milan and Turin and Venice opening up. And on January 25, we see high schools opening up they do like a hybrid or a 50% or 75% attendance. And that also correlates to a general uptrend in the public sentiment mood. With this in mind, we propose this framework as a means to evaluate the public health policies that are being enforced in terms of the general public sentiment or mood that people share on online social medias. This is a little bit about the learnings from the Italy's pandemic survey. And coming to the third part of the analysis, emotional recognition, we found primary emotions were joy, sadness, and fear. There were other complex emotions like disgust, anticipation, and surprise. A little bit of a distribution to see the spread of the emotions in the data set. And coming to one of the important distributions, we see discourse related to that have joyous or optimistic emotions in middle of March 2021, early April 2021, because that is when the COVID vaccines were rolled out for all of Italy. And we see joy and optimism during that time period. And the negative emotions such as anger, fear, and sadness, those come really close
Dark,
to...
If you can wrap it up just so we can do also the Q&A. Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. So the negative emotions, they also follow closely to the positive emotions, because it was in the end of March that the Italian government enforced a lockdown again. So that is the biggest spike we see on the graph. And a little bit about the data that we collected and how we are using it. Thank you so much for your time. Please, if you have any questions.
Thank you very much, Siddharth. Dr. Vito, if you want to go ahead and take over. We cannot hear you, Dr. Vito. We can't hear you.
Sustainable Development Goals.
Okay, we can hear you now.
Thank you very much to the presenters. I don't know eventually if there are some questions. No, I see that the audience doesn't have no questions. So we will very thank the Professor Fernandez and also the colleagues from Metabolism Cities today to present in COP29 such results. If you want to know more about our research, you can visit also our website, Metabolism Cities Living Lab, llab.org. And thank you very much also to Digital Innovation Pavilion that has given us the possibility to show this result. And let's foster on this collaboration further. Thank you very much.
Just wanting to say thank you for your great work that you are doing in Metabolism of Cities, and especially also Dr. Domenico Vito is our partner in this Digital Innovation Pavilion already for years, and with the GLOCHA, Global Challenges Action Empowerment. And I would just like to inform you that we are planning to be relatively active in California. Also, we have a relatively big plan for mass mobilization for Global Challenges Action Empowerment and Global Challenges Action Day, and which we are planning to have framed as a UN General Assembly resolution. And on the 3rd of December, I will be in New York at the UN headquarters. And we are collaborating with the mission of the Bahamas for a workshop where we will work on these solutions. And we are developing information solutions, digital solutions ecosystem for global challenges action empowerment, which we are planning to offer also to the Olympic movement. On the one hand, to Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics, but also especially to the LA 2028 Olympics. Host city and the organizing committee in California, because we believe that we can together build a legacy for the LA 2028 Olympics in a sense of putting together a good life app, which will support people in healthy lifestyles, engaging in sports activities and healthy diet and whatever is needed for a healthy lifestyle, healthy communities and healthy planet. And we believe that if we connect this UN General Assembly resolution with the competence and the digital solutions here from the Digital Innovation Pavilion, from the Climate Change Coalition, Web3 technologies, and geospatial information systems. We had just 2 days ago a session with UN Geospatial Information Network and NVIDIA. And if adding also AI competencies and citizen science, community level data collection, and then the mass mobilization potentials of the Olympic movement and the Olympic Games as one of those platforms and moments in time where all of humanity is coming together, watching towards these games of people from all around the world is united in this Olympic idea. We believe that such a digital tool, the Good Life app, could have, our goal is 100 million users by the end of the LA 2028 Olympics. And yeah, hope to have also your university, your students, your networks engaged, and especially also Domenico's networks. And happy to have you here. It's great to have you here.
Thank you very much. Miro, just to close, surely this is something very interesting to us also, because one of our framework of reference is also the One Health, so health, lifestyle, and health environment. So really very, very interesting. So thank you very much again, and see you tomorrow with the next event of the Digital Innovation Pavilion.
Thank you very much, everyone.